Hello and welcome. This is Bros and Stuff. We are going to be playing Total Warhammer 3 today. It just dropped and we are just now about to play it. I am Hayden and this is my bro Nathan. Introduce yourself.
I'm the other bro. Hello.
So I actually know a bit of Warhammer and other Total War stuff, and I'm the one who's actually playing today. He is just watching me, but he's going to be sort of my he's going to be the lore guy who's gotten through. He's going to be my strategist. And let's go ahead and start the campaign. And for everybody who doesn't know, we'll go ahead and start with the opening cinematic, and let's start on.
This world has been sundered by a tide of arcane energy. The winds of magic churned into a maelstrom. The Tome of Fate drew me north to find out why. It guided me to a distant fortress steeped in blood. A battle was fought there. Though long over, the spirits still lingered. In the shadow of a broken portal, the trail ended. It was here the tome conversed with the dead. They told of Urson, the bear god of Kislev, lost in darkness. A noble prince ventured to save him, yet he strayed from the path and was corrupted by chaos. Savior became executioner. A single shot, bound in faith forsaken, pierced Urson's heart. And so the bear god roared. The tide that broke the world. Spirits, where lies Urson now? Is he here? In the north.
Beyond the maelstrom, in the realm of chaos, on the forge of souls.
Is he alive?
Wounded and dying, embraces in shadow.
What shadow? A demon's?
A master of the dark.
I knew who shackled the bear. Belacor. Only a fool would challenge Belacor. And yet, the power of a dying god, there is no greater prize. A mere drop of Urson's blood would break my curse, ending my servitude to this accursed book. Free to profit from its secrets. But Urson is locked in the Forge of Souls, deep in the realm of chaos, and I cannot enter this nightmarish domain. All routes have been sealed by the maelstrom. There must be a way. The tome unveils a spell to summon a portal. One to bypass the maelstrom and create a door into chaos. Knowledge to bargain, for I need an ally. One who is tempted by the power of the god bear and can withstand the horrors within.
I didn't understand any of that. Not gonna lie.
That's not too problem. As you caught, Kislev's god Urson, the bear god, was slain and betrayed by his own prince, becoming the main character of the Demons of Chaos campaign. Actually, that's who you play as in the Demons of Chaos campaign. Is the guy who betrayed him, and so.
Alright.
That guy is the advisor. He has showed up in the previous Total Warhammer games. He's always been the guy who's like, Ogres, my lord, there's strong as they are dumb, or whatever he says, right? Like, he's always been the guy, like, use the bushes for cover. Like, he's that guy. So it's cool to see him have a story now, kind of have a reason to be here. And so all the campaigns are just like him going to one of these factions and petitioning to them this deal, right? And so now we have to choose which one is ours to play.
Okay.
All right, so let's just go through. We've got Kislev. They're Russia. They have the winged hussars. They're all about ice bears and fun magic, and holding back the tides of chaos. Got
Cool.
Grand Cathay. They're the China, and they actually have the Great Wall of China, basically the Great Bastion, as it's called. And then they also hold back the chaos tides from the other side. And there's 2 of them to play on this one as well. Then you have Korn, who you play as Scarbrand, and his whole thing is he just wants to literally fight things and raise hell. Nurgle, gotta concoct plagues, spread them around, and that's how he plays. Slanesh, she actually has a whole mechanic about tempting, and you can actually like seduce troops from their sides, and you can force vassalizations and stuff like that. Zinch, the Changer of Fate, he's very magic heavy, and he has actually a way to like manipulate both the winds of magic and also like manipulates factions into going to war, or even just like straight up taking a place from them. Ogre kingdoms are just, well, they're ogres. They're big, they're hungry, and they worship a great pit called the Great Maw, and they're out to get more food. That's what they do. Demons of Chaos is just it says the prince that actually betrayed, and he's chaos undivided. He kind of can. He's the Build-A-Bear your own demon. He can kind of pick and choose your own demon things. So, if you want to know any more about them before we pick here, just let me know. Anything sparking your fancy?
I'm noticing a lack of Bretonians.
Yes, that will be coming over in the Mortal Empires. These are the campaigns available with the new game. Mortal Empires will be coming out in a couple months.
Alright. I like either fantasy Eastern Europe or Build-A-Bears.
Of course. Do you want to... Let's see. If I continue here, we can kind of pick...
I command ice and snow.
Normal. I am not good at this game, so I just like to play a normal. There is a secret guy here that we can't play. Alright.
Okay.
You have to unlock
that
this campaign,
one-
actually.
Is that one Lenin?
No, so you got Tsarina, and then you got Rasputin. Or
No, nice.
Gestalten, as he's called. So her whole thing
Only I keep
is that
chaos.
she buffs up Frostblades and Ice Guards, which are the elite royal troops, and she's all about the ice witching courts. But as the rightful heir, you have to deal with threats to Russia. Well, Kislev, and you have to deal with Gestalten trying to basically overthrow you. And so you kind of have this like diplomatic battle going on between the two, actually, in the ice court. And so you can play either side of them. Either or would be totally fun to play. Kislev is just a rough start, just because they start so... well, constantly being bombarded by chaos. They're literally the most northernmost like country, and in the very top of the north, reality breaks and turns into the chaos wastes, which literally goes like, keep going north enough, you find hell, right? That's where all the demons are, and so they're literally just pouring out of the north, coming down, and so both of these guys are gonna like have constantly bombarded by it.
I'm liking Goth Elsa here. Let's just go with her.
Goth Elsa? Alright, I'm down.
Goth
I'm
Elsa.
Down. Yep. You can see here's the map. We'll be starting down here, which I say like the north, but like
North-ish.
Well, like, this whole entire map is the north part of the entire world, right? Like, this
okay.
down here, like, down where I'm clicking, that's where the Empire, like, a little bit of the Empire is, and then it comes up. So that we're, like, literally, like, this is the North Pole, right? And this is the wrapping around. So this is, like, this is Iceland, this is Northern Asia. Like, that's how wrapped around the pole of this map we are, right? Like, here's Europe, here's Asia. So we're really wrapped around in a giant circle. So it doesn't look like we're that north, but we really are.
I mean, I can't see where you're clicking, but I'll just take your word for it.
All right, they get some cool stuff. You can see they start with Kossars, and they can get into armored Kossars, and they get into the Tsar Guard, get the winged Lancers, they get bear sleds, and a giant cannon pulled by bears. You get a lot of ice magic as well.
Can we get Ivan the Terrible?
Ivan the Terrible. We can make Ivan the Terrible. Let's do that. All right, so we're getting to Tsarina.
Sure.
Let me just make sure everything is good. Unlimited time, advice frequency, minimal. I know how to play the game. I'm just not good at it. I'm just not the best at the combat part. But we'll try. We'll start. All right. Here's another cinematic for you. Once this loads up. We got Kislev, a realm forged by the Khan queens of old, bulwark against the darkness, living bastion that protects the empire, the soft nations of the south. Since her father's death, Katarin has taken the throne, but there are many within the realm who resent her rule. Even now, the power of the Great Orthodoxy rises against the Ice Queen. If she's to save Ursun, to step beyond the borders into the realms of chaos, Katarin must have a united nation at her back. I journey to her now, across the icy fingers, to the Ice Court. If she's to take my advice, I fear we will need convincing. Word has reached the Ice Court of my coming, and an audience in the throne has been granted.
Okay.
Alright. I'll load up here in a second.
A nation in mourning. False news has arrived before me. They believe Ursun is already dead. My proposition will require a delicate touch. I speak the truth. Your god is not dead. He lies in the realm of chaos, a captive of the Shadow Lord. It is no lie. For one drop of Ursun's blood, I can help you save him.
Choose your last words wisely, old man.
Through your bloodline, you and the bear are one. See past your grief. Search your heart. Ursun is alive.
He speaks the truth. He speaks the truth. Silence! We have lost what is most precious. Many say I am at fault, that I no longer have the right to sit on this throne. So I stand. I stand with my people, all of you. And if it comes to it, I shall die with my people. We have been blinded by grief. Ursun lives, and while he fights to draw breath, we fight for him! For Ursun! For Kislev! For Ursun! For Kislev! Kislev marches north, into hell.
There's a lot more story in this game than I thought there was going to be.
Is to rescue Ursun, the god bear of Kislev, from the clutches of Bellicor. After fraught bargaining, my price is agreed, and I will do all I can to guide the Kislevites to their lost god.
Yes, there is a lot more story in this game than the previous ones.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be kind of like Paradox style, just kind of drop you in a map and go conquer everything.
No. That's actually what's really cool about this one is that like each of the factions you play each have their own wants from this dying god, and so they each all kind of have a very like similar goal in that sense, which is pretty cool when things happen later, which I don't want to talk about until because I don't want to spoil the surprise for you. It's pretty cool.
Come then, before I change my mind and cast you into the ice. Advise me.
Your Highness, there are enemies close by that threaten your throne. If we are to save Ursun, they must be dealt with first. The Maelstrom has forced Northmen, worshippers of the Dark Powers, into Kislev lands. They have taken Gazlev. Slay the trespassers. These incursions and the endless winter have sown doubt in the subjects of your burgeoning reign. Followers of the Great Orthodoxy resent your rule. Pacify such malcontents through diplomatic means or martial might. Kostaltin, the supreme patriarch of Ursun's cult, is the instigator of this rebellious feeling. He must be dealt with. If left to fester, it shall cause a schism from which Kislev will never recover. Fortunately, there are allies to be found on our borders, to the west and south. Foster alliances with the Empire, and those Kislevite tribes who have always been loyal to your bloodline. There is much to do, Your Highness, if the motherland is to be secured and your god saved. Let us begin.
All right, yeah. So, as he just explains, we actually have the what are they called? The Norskin, to our east, and then we have the Empire to our south, and of course more Kislevites to our west. So
okay.
So our mechanic in this game is called the Motherland, and we have 4 of these gods we can invoke using devotion, which is a resource we'll gain through fighting battles and fighting against chaos and some buildings and other things like that. And they'll each give different things. Like Ursun, for example, gives attrition to the enemies within our armies. Daz gives us supporters when we're constructing a building, increase money from trade, that kind of thing. Down here you can see the supporter tree. We are up here with the Ice Court, and Castellan is down here with the Great Orthodoxy. And it's kind of a race to fill up this meter, because once you get to the end of it, as if you are the player at least, you may confederate the political opponent. So eventually I get to confederate Castellan through diplomatic means, or I can just do so through just typical war.
All right.
Yeah. But as a part of devotion, though, when we fight fellow Kislevites, we actually lose supporters, and so we have to be kind of careful about who we pick fights with.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. We also have the Ice Court, which we'll get access to. This will let us create our Ice Maidens to create our magic users, and we can get various types, and we can like train them to kind of create your own custom style of, like kind of create them either be a good campaigner or a good like battle person. Yep. We got a technology tree, goes throughout. And each one is based, this is all based off of the land, and each one of these is actually based off of the 3 major Kislev cities. We got Kislev, Erengrad, and Prague. each have their own things going. So I actually don't know these. So I'll take a quick peek and look through these, see which ones would be good for us. Growth is always good. Ice Court training would be really useful to get our ice maidens going. Snow Leopard, Convalescence. Ice unlocks an Ice Court. Ice Witch, Wood, Ice Guard. So yeah, let's actually just grab. Go ahead and get the growth. Growth is really useful. Grows
We
our
stand
cities
against chaos.
early on, which is always useful. Here's our little army.
Katarin of Kislev.
One uniqueness about all of the Kislevite soldiers is that they are hybrid soldiers. All of their footmen are. Meaning that they are both melee and range. Some are better at range, some are better at melee, but every single one has both ranged and melee attacks, which is very unique to them.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think it's quite cool, but at the same time, kind of makes them not as good at certain things, per se.
Right.
No, but we start with Katarin, of course, and then we have armored Corsairs with great weapons, meaning that they'll have armor piercing, and they have and this says they have a special melee range attack there. And then of course they have a pistol and axe version, and they are armored and shielded. And then we have the ice sword, ice guard with swords. So they have like ice weapons and ice bows, and they do have nice magical damage, which is gonna be very useful for getting past all that physical resistance from like demons and stuff. Winged Lancers got a nice big old charge bonus, quite fast. Anti-infantry, which is really useful, and then a Snow Leopard, which is just a war beast. It'll be very useful to bring down larger targets. We don't start with anything else, so at this point, we're just supposed to go after good old Leaf Garrison here.
Go kill people.
Yep.
Unleash
Go for it.
Kislev's wrath.
Could auto-resolve this, but let's fight this just to show it off.
Yeah. This looks like a Viking kind of guy.
Yeah, these are the Norse skins, which are just, the Viking Chaos Raiders. The Vikings in this universe are aligned with the Chaos Gods, and they're just raiders. In Vermintide 2, they're the ones that are the armored people, like the not rat men. That's these guys. Those are the marauders and stuff.
From what I remember of that game, not much to be honest.
It's fine. All right, here, let's check out. Got any trees somewhere over here we can hide in? Nothing that's. We'll put them right over here. Take our ice guard. Stretch them out behind because they have the actual ranged. You can also see like they have the cone that kind of sticks out after them.
Right.
That's their range attacks. You see that these guys have a missile strength of 27 with frostbite, so that it slows down their speed. It's quite useful. Nice. Put that together. Like that. You and we'll put one.
Yes.
And let's check out what spells we have. We have Ice Maiden's Kiss, just a little breath spell attack that does just breath of ice. Does slow them down, which is nice. And then Ice Sheet, which does lower their speed and reduces charge speed as well. So it'd be nice to slow them down to make them, take more of our shots. So let's just go ahead and start this battle. Let me go ahead and select. And now we can actually do this.
For generations,
Click and
Kislev
drag
has
them.
endured
But I think
unspeakable
right click.
horrors.
Is that how it works?
This is a mere distraction.
Nope. How do we do it? Is it shift click? Control. They added ability that makes it like so you can just easily march troops, but I can't figure out how to do it.
The people's ruler!
They're coming.
Yeah, they're coming. Oh well, with our superior range, we kind of want them to come to us anyway. They got some war beasts over here, or warhounds. Not worried about them.
Okay.
Rhonda hunters. That's the only ranged troops they have.
Didn't you have like a regiment off to the left?
I did. Yes, I have these guys.
Okay, your hussars.
Yep. Yeah, basically, we got the winged lancers. Yep. Pretty cool. All right, we'll go ahead and strike me to the back of. We're gonna get charged into that, which is fine. We'll go ahead and send the war beasts into them. As you can see, like before they even approach, they're nearly destroyed.
Right.
The motherland's finest.
Go ahead. Another sweet thing is now when you select a spell, it goes into like slow-mo, so you can really just kind of get time to breathe it in. Oh, got edge panning. Gotta stop that. Gonna have to turn that off. Give me a second. Where is edge panning?
Can you hurt your own units with a
Yes.
big spell like that? Okay.
Yes, spells will in fact hurt yourself. Let's see. Attack map, classic total camera. That's fine. Is there not a way to get rid of edge panning? Surely there's a way to get rid of edge panning. Height, slow-mo during that. That's fine. Default drag out formation. That's not a problem. Skirmish mode. Nope. Get rid of skirmish mode. Come on, where is it? Where's... there's no way. Is there no way to get rid of edge panning? Seriously. Doesn't make sense. Advanced.
Might
Hold-
be in the battle section.
Oh, hey, hold left alt. I have to hold alt when I pull them out, and that'll probably make him move the way I was trying to make him move.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'll figure that out later. Let's have to deal with edge panning for now. Just gonna watch them fight a little bit. Yep, they're retreating. All right, let's go ahead. Yep. They can do a little loop, re-get their charge bonus on that. All right, it's Katarin versus. That's not very good. She's not a very good melee fighter, not in comparison to.
Yeah, not for that guy.
Go ahead and slap down the slow on him.
Oh, okay, I'll take a miss. Maybe?
No, this whole area is slowed. But that, yeah, this one won't affect our troops. It just affects their troops.
Hearts of ice.
Yeah. Alright. That's still going? Yep, we're good. Yep, and there we go. Routed him. Alright.
Well, dang, that seems kind of easy.
Well, yeah, that first fight is always easy. It's very much there just so you can, like, tutorialize yourself a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, Katarin took way more damage than she needed to. Oh, yeah, we killed them. That's good. Chase everybody down for all the loot. Alright, we'll speed up. Speed it up. Just get it going.
It's not enough that they run away. We have to kill them.
Well, the more we kill, the more, like, rewards we get at the end, man.
Oh, okay.
Just run them over there.
It's not just a war crime thing.
It's not a war crime, yeah. I mean, war crimes only adhere to those who are, you know, not of the Chaos affiliated. Alright, we'll call it there. Look at that. We only lost 34, and they lost 207. I'd say that's a victory.
Oh yeah.
We only deployed 71 more troops than them. That's not that, like, in terms of numbers, that's not that much more. But we're definitely much more elite troops than they were. They have just their most basic units.
Dudes in loincloths and pointy sticks.
Axes, actually, and they had Norscan war beasts. And honestly, the Norscan war chief is kind of a big dude. Alright, so we could sacrifice the captains to get more devotion. We could get some treasury, but we'll decrease our replenishment. Get more replenishment, 13%, or get some extra leadership. I think we just take the replenishment.
Send them to the labor camps.
Alright.
Dang,
And
it just enslaved them. Send them to the labor camps? Sounds spooky.
you know.
Chaos cannot stand against ice.
You know how it works, man. You know. And hey, because of that, we got Evelina Babchuk. She's a Tempest wizard. So we'll have her come over here. Join.
Tsarina Katarin of Kis.
It's all basic first turn stuff if you play Total Warhammer. It's all basic first turn stuff. Hey, we actually got Armor of the Beateric, giving us plus 10 armor and 10% ward save, which is just basically 10% damage reduction.
Cool.
Ward save is damage reduction, and armor just increases, you know, how much physical damage we can resist. Which, when we only have 25, plus that's including the plus 10. That's quite useful. But anyway, this is our level up tree for her. We can get her into a war bear at level 13. That's pretty good. Her spells, of course, which is always good. Get some magic, more magic. The ones that I definitely want to look at there is Ice Mistress. Of course, this is her like unique. Only she has these, but like all ice mages will have like all these spells. Any all of them will have the red line if they're a commander and the blue line if they're a lord. So like none of these are too specific to her. But let's just go ahead and pick up Route Marcher so we can move further.
A gift from Kislev's great gods.
Alright, since we're in our territory,
Me
let's
before
get some Kossars with spears.
We are both servants. You
We'll just do
and
the two.
I.
Check out buildings. Alright, we can actually upgrade this building to get armored Kossars. That'd be quite useful. It's furs for more resources, or let's see.
This is already reminding me a lot of like Disciples 2,
Kind of.
just with obviously different
battle, yeah.
battles. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very much similar. Get some income. Growth is always good. Let's go ahead and get. Let's see. Prague is kind of special, so let's go ahead and get growth, but construction cost. And then we'll go ahead and get dervishes, horse archers, and we can get lancers. I'm not good with cavalry because cavalry requires a lot of like micromanagement just to make sure they're constantly. Because cavalry are really good like on the charge, but like when they're in sustained combat, not as good.
Right.
So that's a bit more like still not quite as good at like commanding constantly. So cavalry tend to not be my good thing. What I like, and I think Tsarina is good at, is going to be the Ice Guard, which are here. We'll be able to get the Ice Guard, and through here we'll be able to get them a whole turn early, and the Tsar Guard. But the Ice Guard are going to be the things that's really good, and they're just elite for them. Otherwise, so I'm not even going to go ahead and get the cavalry line because I just personally will not do very good with them. Want control? No, we're good. Let's just get income to build support our army. And since we own the whole province, we get to issue a commandment for it. Corruption. Improvements. Let's just take income for now. And honestly, I should probably do one of these. Because it lasts 10 turns. And since we're going to go to war a lot, let's go ahead and invoke Tor so we get supporters when we fight battle, and we'll have better. We'll just do better in battle.
I like big battles.
And we're recruiting, and this is
The Ice Queen
that was
never fails.
turn 1. Ugh. There we go. Oh. Thinking you can do something. Alright, recruited the troops. Yep. Yep. Capture and occupy the following settings. Yep, yep. It's just the
Tsarina.
once again, basic. Going all the way through. Alright. Gotta go there, but we can't get there in the full turn. And we have, these are different, like, movements of, movement types. So we could go into Force March, which when you can see here, like, to this green is where we can go. But then with Force March, we could go all the way to this line. But we can't initiate battle, so it wouldn't do us any good to get there. But we wanted to go into, like, ambush stance. We can't go anywhere. But if we're going to raiding, we can only move so far. Raiding would give us income and afflict them with different things. Or we can encamp to get us, you know, healing in hostile territories, that kind of thing. But we can't move. Or we can channel for more magic. For more winds of magic, which is our mana. But we'll just go... We'll go... Let's move up.
Follow the frosts.
You see, it shows what lore benefits we do when we move in.
Embrace this welcome cold, Kislev.
Let's go ahead. Another rogue Kislevite army over
Snow
there.
is Kislev's ally.
So, one thing new to 3 as well is
Strike
that
them down.
all settlements are now settlement battles. So before, the smaller settlements, like the capital of the Providence, would just happen in open fields, and unless you built walls. But even then, for the most part, you didn't do that. Only the big ones happen that. Now all of them happen in it, but now there's actually capture points along the entire battlefields that to capture. And as we start to capture them, we can we get momentum, and as long as they hold it, they get supplies that will allow them to build things like barricades or towers to help partition off. And so honestly, all of the new battle things look really awesome. We'll just go ahead and fight this. They all look really cool, honestly. I think all the battles look cool, and it makes it more exciting to actually be a defender in a battle rather than just putting all your troops on the wall, sitting there shooting at them for a bit. You can actually lead them through choke points in your city and stuff, and build towers to shoot back at them.
You don't have to pretend you're slaughtering a village now when you actually just get to see your units slaughter a village.
Yes.
It's great.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Got spears. And whatever is in the garrison. But you can see they have 4 little supply points. And then this, of course, is still the main capture point. But it's not. It's not the same. So, they actually set up the turn after us. So we can see and go through here. And there's actually more elevation stuff too. So they could put troops right here on this little bridge and shoot down at us. Or while we go underneath, that kind of thing. So Cathay has a lot of really cool ones with the giant Great Bastion. They have a lot of really cool cities that have a lot of overhanging bridges with one long entrance that makes you go all the way through just before you can finally loop around. It's pretty cool. So it makes it quite useful to send in, to oh hey, let's go up this side. Let's attack from this angle. But then let's also put a surrounding force to come and capture this point from behind, that sort of thing. So let's actually go ahead. Let's go ahead and put our winged lancers here and our tiger. Snow Leopard, I guess that's what it's called. Behind that. And then we'll... I think we'll go... Put our 2 armored Kossars with our 2 ice guard and Katarin here. Mixed with Frost Maiden. Where's the point here? Put the Frost Maiden here. Put this 1 single armored Kossar. And then take these Kossars and put them there. Because even if in the end we just sort of decide that we're gonna all bunch up to here, this will make them have to like spread themselves thin to like defend it all. Which is kind of my thinking behind this. So we'll see. So let's go ahead and group these up into 1, 2, 3. Alright. Liking the strategy? Think it's good?
Sure.
Sure?
I don't know this game, man.
And this is an ability we have that'll pop up in 4-5 seconds that gives us armor, base weapon damage, and armor piercing, which I guess is useful. Armor piercing isn't so useful, but hey, base weapon damage plus 50%. It's good. All right, let's start. So let's move them up to there.
Very well.
Let's see. Yeah, they got marauders. And then looks like, see, they're building a barricade right there, so like they can put like archers right here and like shoot at us, but we can't have to destroy this barricade before they can get to them.
Right.
Yeah. And then here's a tower, right? But once we capture this control point, it would drop anything that's related to it. And you can see like when I hover over it, like it's this and this is related.
Can you put archers in the tower?
No, they already. The towers are already like manned by things.
Okay, there's just automatically.
And you can
people
buy
in
like different tiers of that. Yep. Gotta march up a little bit too.
It is my purpose.
Alright.
It's a pretty cool map. I like the look of it.
I love the new map. Let's go ahead and poke here. And they left the back door open because it'd be hidden trees, so let's go ahead and get on this. So different unit types have different capture weights, as it's called, right? Where infantry hold the ground the best. And alright, let's go ahead and get you guys moving up. You guys keep after that. Nope. You come stand over here.
Leading us on.
Let's see, going good. Yeah, moving. All right. The only troop in here that we need to get out of here is these Marauder Hunters. They're the only ones with... They actually have armor-piercing axe throws. But that's it. But we can just do a nice little rip down the line, like so. Watch the ice spell blast them up. Did a nice little bit of damage. Nice little bit.
That was cool.
The motherland holds the point.
Alright, we captured that back area, sounds like. Alright. Let's go ahead and move these guys up. Into there.
Katarin moving.
How are we doing over here? Looks like they're about to try to build a tower over here, so let's just go ahead and get on the point. We should be able to move these guys here. What's her spells? Oh, it's a bombard spell, which just means a bunch of icicles are going to fall from the sky. We are currently...
Could you use that to destroy the tower they're building?
You can use spells on towers, but I don't think doing damage to a tower that's being built is very good. But do you know you can actually like attack the towers? But a lot of times it's kind of just better to try and capture. sure we're all attacking, getting on things. Actually, charge you in the back. Go ahead
Is that
and
just
pop-
one single leopard?
Yes. We'll pop that on them to help them win this fight, because they are fighting a little bit of a... They are fighting in a way... They're large troops who are fighting anti-large, is their current problem.
Okay.
And you can see this as we capture a point, we have now momentum.
Is that little symbol up
right
at the
there,
top?
yep. And then it gives us actually, like it makes our vigor, our energy regenerate, so that's quite useful. Alright,
Okay.
come on, let's charge through. Actually, let's just move up on the point. You guys need to get up here as well. You're over here. Holding okay? Get on that. My bad, not micromanaging better.
Armored Cossars! Cossars! March! Kislev!
There we go. Make them melee. Do you want to show this off? So let's click there. See if I can't time that right. Nope. Oh, they dodged it.
Oh.
Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, I'm gonna hit him a little bit. Didn't do very much damage. It didn't center on them very well. It works better when they're more clustered, but I wanted to show it off.
A few people got impaled.
Get everybody up in that. Looks like our winged lancers and snow leopard got beaten up real hard, so kind of my fault for not paying attention to that. But once we get on the battle, we should be pretty good.
We fight for
Alright, get in.
Taking point!
Hurry up and get in. Yep.
Follow the bear! Armored Cossars!
Put you guys right there.
Kislev!
Did our snow leopard come back and our knights came back. So let's go ahead and just wrap them around to over here. Just because don't want to send them off unaffiliated anymore.
Armored Cossars!
Let's go charge our armored corsairs over here. Move these so they can actually shoot them a little better. And once that battle actually picks up, it's cool because these guys actually have like pistols, so you can see them like taking aim, firing at them as they get close range. Makes it pretty cool. And this is a good
really cool.
opportunity to do this. Come on. It's all bunched up on them. Come on. There we go.
Ooh, nice.
That was a good one. Oh, look at that damage. Oh, that was good damage. Yes. Come on. Alright, gonna cast this down the pipe. A little bit of friendly fire, but not too bad.
I really like how that spell looks. You see just the wave of people falling over.
Dude, all the spells in this game just look awesome. They really, really do. Alright, these guys are starting to fight a little bit harder fight, so we'll just pop that on them to make them win that fight a little faster. Let's see. Where's our... Oh, did they get... Oh, we lost the snow leopard somewhere. They must have got, like, picked off by something. So we only have 9 of these guys left. Just run into the woods. Yep. Charge them in. Frost Maiden. Drop that right there, because these guys should be hopefully hopping on top of that here in a second. Come on, come on. And, oh, I just kind of, There's a little bit of randomness on all the spells too, which is kind of cool. And now, spells bounce off walls. hilariously enough. Okay.
So can you like send
like-
your frost wave at a wall and bounce it off? And
Yeah,
kill
yeah,
people?
yeah. That's what's really
Okay.
cool. Let's go ahead and pull this here. I'm trying to make sure get these two guys just, you know, shooting at this guy as best possible, and then get our armored guys up front to pick him off the best. We're winning this battle, but I'm definitely not winning it very efficiently. Alright. Do a drop another bombard. Right on them. Best we can. Oh, game recharge. Turn around, turn around. I didn't think I'd turn around far enough. Trying to. She can get in there. Alright, they're gone. They're retreating. If we can just get enough people all retreating at once, that's a good thing for us. Alright. Where is he? There he is. Yeah. Alright. Armor Corsar, get after this guy. Come on. Slow him down. Everybody just turn. Come on, get them. Katarin. He's wavering. Come on. Oh, I love her animations. How she like floats up in the air on ice. Just ice sleds around. Just real cool. Come on, come on, get him, get him. Go, 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 go.
That's sweet.
Get him, go. Go for it. And she just like shoots the eyes off your head. I love it. It's pretty great.
Huge whiff.
Yep. She's got her thing. Yeah, let's drop that. Make it slow. And he's down.
There you go.
Alright, let's call it. Whew, that was something.
It was cool. I don't know what it was, but it was cool. Pyrrhic victory. Yeah. Took a lot more losses that time.
Yeah, I definitely took more. The towers and my bad playing wasn't very helpful, and like the loss of like the snow leopard, and thankfully it didn't die, but like I just didn't use it very well. There's not many very good targets for it because snow leopards are anti-large, but they don't have any large units because they're all infantry sized. All right. We're actually going to pause here for a second because my wife just got home, okay? So I'm going to quickly pause the stream recording.
Okay, okay.
Alright, we just, yeah, Pyrrhic victory. Not that great. Did not win very well there. But we did get a scroll of blast, so we can shoot fireball. I guess.
Okay.
That's cool.
I don't know how good that spell is in this game, but sounds neat.
It's a Lord Sniper spell. It's blast, so I actually don't know if that's not actually a fireball, but like, it's just a spell. Let's go ahead and occupy.
My frozen kingdom expands.
Hey, fun. Yep, scroll blast. Enemies killed. Capture the city. Destroyed that faction.
Tsarina Katarin of Kislev.
It's got a level her up now. All right, so now that we have her route marcher, none of these beginning ones is particularly what we're needing right now. I think just getting down her magic tree is going to be the best. So we're going to want Heart of Winter is a pretty decent spell. Crystal Sanctuary is cool, it makes it so they have like plus 60% damage resistance, but they can't move. But it's nice if like there's somebody just being swarmed, you can place it on them and keep them going. Frostblades is good for adding extra damage to us. And every lore of magic has its own passive that you can then apply, which anytime you cast any spell from that lore, triggers this passive, which is armor plus 15 and missile block chance plus 12. Which is nice. Let's go ahead and just upgrade.
It is mine.
So all the Kizlevites actually have this cool ability, the passive ability. I say all Kizlevites. Most Kizlevites have, most of like the Kossars and stuff, all have that. Once their leadership gets low, they gain Unbreakable, which makes it so that they don't ever rout for 30 seconds. So once they're like about to rout, they then gain the ability to no longer rout for 30 seconds. Which is pretty
So
cool.
leadership is like their morale.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, literally, like when they take like leadership is how much like leadership health they have. Like that depletes to 0, they flee. But because of this, once it gets wavering or lower, it will keep it so they can't flee for 30 seconds.
Got it. Pretty cool ability.
Makes them very good at like holding the line. Especially helpful when you have demons and stuff that inflict terror and stuff that make leadership drop even faster. Let's see, for her, we can go ahead and just upgrade Hailstorm. Makes Hailstorm, makes it so we can now overcast Hailstorm, which means we'll get extended duration and number of missiles increased, but it does have a miscast chance now. And of course it costs more too. Alright. Can level up our market and our Tanner's Guide, so let's do that. Guild, not guide. And in Gerslev we can build. Let's go ahead and build just another. Growth and income, just income, devotion and supporters, control and growth. Look at our borders.
And this song's fucking jamming.
The deep bass singing.
It's the best, man.
It's just makes me feel like I'm holding back. You know. Up there in the good old Slavic, good old Russia, singing some like cathedral. Got a little bit of organ going. I love it. Let's go ahead. Let's get control and growth. Because now, to keep fighting, we are going to have to fight Kizlevites. Which...
Ice Queen of Kislev.
We lose support for that, right?
Yep.
Right.
The Tsarina.
Yeah, so this turn, we'll sit back and heal up in Gerslev for a second. But then after that, we just got the ability to recruit more armored Kossars. So we'll probably step back and get some armored Kossars.
Are the Kossars those like your cavalry?
No, the Kossars are basic footmen.
Okay.
Because you have a Kossars, which we just have the spear versions here. They're archers with... they're archers, but they just have basic spears. They don't have very much armor. But then we have our armored Kossars, which are much, much better at holding the line. Not necessarily as good... Well, let me see, actually. Click on this guy, and we can hover over this guy, and then we can see all the greens and stuff and what's different. Yeah. They're not as fast, but they pretty much are better in every way. They have less ammunition. but they do more damage and less range. So like they're not like true archers by any means. They're not that good of archers. The armored Kossars, but they do have a decent, skirmishing style range attack.
Okay.
And you either get the Great Axe version, the Great Mace versions, or the Axe and Shield versions.
So what was your cavalry called?
They are called the Winged Lancers, and the good version are called the Griffin Knights.
Like the upgraded version?
Yeah, they're the full-on shock cavalry. Slam into. They're the big ones that are the highest tier for that one. Although once again, I'd probably not go with them very well because I just not good with them. But there is such thing, which often turns as a doom stack in this game. Is where you just kind of build a big old, 20 max units of either one or a small mix of units that just ends up wrecking everything. And I have seen that there's these bear sleds that have a special ice, I think javelins they have, but they're faster than everything because they're basically chariots, and they inflict slow, and so they can just snipe. You can just kite whole entire armies and just snipe them the entire time.
Not gonna lie, I just like the term bear sleds. Alright. That's good enough for me.
Yep, good enough for exactly how I feel right now.
Chaos.
But let's go ahead and
Never
hard
falter.
march
One land.
into next territory. And can we
None
recruit?
shall question me.
Nope. We have to wait one more turn to recruit. That's good. They can all use a little bit of healing.
Snow is Kisle's ally.
Yeah. So we can need to take Volksgrad, Igrov, and Fort Yakova. And so we're going to capture all this area. Oh, I was going to look at diplomacy, actually. Cool thing they added in this game versus the second one is this button called the Quick Deal, where you can click it and you can see who, by what click of a button, who's willing or the closest to doing things. So, if you want a non-aggression pack, you can see that, I'm just minus 1.3 from getting a non-aggression pack. But trade agreements. Oh, she wants one. For sure, she'll take one and she will take one. So let's just go ahead and initiate diplomacy with her for trade agreements, and then we can hit. Where is it? Balance offer. So they'll actually give us money because we're offering a better trade agreement for them. They'll accept it. It's really nice because before you had to kind of go through each one, click on them, will you do it? No. Okay. Then next person, will you?
The
No.
Empire.
Yeah, it sounds like a pretty handy change. But you said that we could do things a little more diplomatically as well, right?
With who?
Just with anyone, because you said we could.
Yes. This
not
faction right here, this
technically?
faction with the bear symbol, is built specifically to be the rebels, if that makes sense. They're the peasant rebellion of CK, if you will. They're kind of always your enemy. Just like how that first Norskin tribe was kind of always our enemy. But these people over here, which we actually just made a pact with, we can go about them more diplomatically. Same with all the empire to the south, and Kostelin, who's up in this area, in the northern Oblast.
It's just because if we are penalized for fighting other Kislevites, we should probably try and use more diplomacy then.
But that is why I currently have the invocation that I have, because you lose two supporters, but I'm gaining 2 supporters for winning a fight. So it's canceling itself out right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Either way, let's go ahead and get more trade agreements. It's just more income for us.
So, approach us, friend, and make your offer.
Balance the offer, and then we'll
All right.
and then go through the next one.
Chosen. I have provinces to govern, men to command. Kislev endures.
Brother the Bear, who's
What?
even further up. Yeah. Another cool thing you can do now. So, yes, Empire is not in the game right now. it will be in the future, but we can actually play with their troops. And how you do so is if you get either a defensive alliance or even better, a military alliance, you can then build like an embassy or an outpost, I think it's called, in their lands, and then you can recruit their troops.
Okay.
So you can actually get troops that, you don't normally get as a Kislev person, which is pretty cool. Because, like, my favorite faction in the game, for example, the Skaven, I would, like, we can start, if we can get allies with the Skaven somehow, us humans will never do it, but, like, as a demon, you could totally get some, like, some Rattling Gunners and create some really strange mixes and really help, take your weaknesses and replace them with other people's strengths.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. You do have a reliability in this game. So like if I'm like quick to break treaties, my reliability goes down. So since I have a very high reliability, they're more willing to accept deals from me. That's another little thing. And that's what trade goods are all good for, is to, more trade goods I produce, the more trade deals I can make and more money we make from doing trade deals, that kind of thing. And often they give specific bonuses. Like if you look at where is it? Building browser. Where is it?
So there is a chance we can have big knights with big armor.
Just for you, bro. I'll make friends with. I'll do my best to make friends with Ostermark, so we can hire some. I mean, we are big knights with big armor, bro. You not see these armored Kossars?
I want bigger.
It's in their name, armored, and like the ice.
It doesn't say big armor.
The
it
ice
just
starred.
armor.
Fine, I'll get the Knights of the Blazing Sun just for you. You know what? Big armor. We'll get a steam tank just for you. Is that
Thank you.
Is that even in this game? I actually have no clue. Can I look at select race? It's cool because here's all the races that are in the game.
Oh.
Yeah, you can actually see like here's Bretonia and here's their entire roster, so you can get like their roster is like him.
Those are the guys I was thinking of. Big knights, big armor.
But where's the Empire? Empire. Yeah. Want big armor, bro? Here we go. We got ourselves the Luminarch, which is just a giant magnifying glass that shoots sunbeams from God. Or the Steam Tank.
I like that.
Or Demogryph Knights. Or the Reichsguard. I will make friends with them all and we can have them. Or do you want horsemen with grenade launchers? We can get that too, okay? Calm down.
I think we should get all of those.
Fine. We'll go for it, okay? You and your armor fetish, man.
It's not a fetish. It's just a very strong preference.
It's called a fetish. It's a fetish when you go. See, it's a fetish because you go. It would be better though if you slapped me with armor on.
It would.
Yeah, I'll just tell my wife next time. Next time we get into bed, gotta wear that full plate mail. I'm just not into your chainmail anymore, babe. Gotta get that full plate. Sorry. Just not heavy enough armor for me. It's not bulky. I need some metal sabatons. I need some pauldrons.
I will brook no.
If you're wearing a sallet, you better have that better. I don't want to see any of that chin.
Bro, it's just like we were talking about the other day, man. Women, they are so much more sexy when they have a mystique. And what is more mysterious in a woman than a woman in full plate mail, where you can't see nothing?
That's pretty mysterious.
That's hot. That's hot.
I'm almost hard just thinking about it, man.
Whew. So is she. In that full plate mail.
Ain't nothing penetrating that.
We stand against chaos.
She be a medieval tank, man.
Well, that sounds counterproductive when you think about it.
Man, this just makes me want to crack her open. Take my, my Rondell dagger and slip it between her cracks, if you know what I mean. Ooh.
Let me smash with my crow's beak.
Let me just take my morning star. If you take, that's what I call my early morning erection, my morning star, and we crack it into some armor.
Don't mind as I unsheath my S-stock.
We're getting into our weird. Yes, we love our medieval history. All right. I think we're just waiting this turn off.
Mistress of
If the whole joke is about penetrating the gaps in the armor, does that mean you have an armpit fetish as well? It's a big target.
Oof. You know what? I think I do. You know what? But only when there's some pauldrons on. And I gotta lift it up. Gotta push it up a little bit. Lift the arm up. Like,
Make me work for it, you know? Like,
yeah.
don't make it too easy.
Yeah. No. I ain't about that easy leather armor bitches. I'm about them full plate mail queens. Oh my gosh.
That's the way to do it.
All right. How we doing?
defy chaos. Born to
How many more
rule.
turns until a few? Well, the problem is, other than this armored Kossar,
They are one people.
anything special, we're gonna have to keep it because that's about the only thing we get.
Ice Queen of Kislev.
So let's go ahead and grab
Together, we serve the motherland.
more. Let's see, are they? Let me pin this so I can see what the difference is. They aren't better in terms of armor. So I'm just gonna go ahead and
Kneel before your queen.
we'll get some more archers just to kind of have a better back line a little bit. That are armored because we're gonna start going against some bigger things, so we need to keep that up. All right, pass this turn. Get this new army going.
The
We'll march on
frozen
over to
kingdom
Yarkov.
welcomes all its allies.
What do they want? A military axis? We can do that. That's fine. Deep, man.
The Tsarina.
Can't get that deep. What did they give me? Oh no, wait. I have a skill.
She looks less goth there, and I'm suddenly less interested in our choice of characters.
You thought she was goth?
It's just, her clothes look more black and gray in the
No,
little video.
no, she's more Frost Queen with purple. What's wrong with purple, man?
Purple's fine.
Just wait until she gets a bear, okay? Then there's nothing more goth than an ice bear, man.
I just thought goth Elsa was funny, and now it's ruined for me.
A tool to
Goth
keep
Elsa.
chaos at bay.
Now it's just Elsa with a sword.
One land.
Yeah, sorry, man. It's as I said,
said
just
march.
also with the sword. All right. Let's quickly move into these other turns. Oh, here's an army. Is that army ready to that gets Grigor Katarin?
This ice empowers me. Kislev endures.
Oh, upgraded Gerslev.
None
Let's
shall
see.
question me.
Where's he going? Are we up to Volkstrad? So let's go ahead and go
They
take Igrov.
invite death.
Madoran Babanin. Oh, yep, see? He's moving up the Volkstrad just by what I said. Oh. Sergey. Oh no. Dragonov's up there.
Oh no.
Oh no. Locks an ice score. Ooh. Gotta make that ice switch. Yeah. Alright, she's in training. Research. Let's see. Snow leopards. Diplomatic relations with the Empire. But they don't, I mean, other than snow leopards are meh. It's a 1 unit that like has anti-large, but it got spear units that can do the same. So it's not as nice. Campaign movement's nice. Ooh. Plus 10 armor for war sleds. Not useful right now, but will be. But campaign range movement sounds not bad. Here we go. That's not bad. Let's get Casualty Replenishment so we can heal up faster.
Lord Tsarina looks
Which
after
will
you.
then lead us down to Zargard, which are the
War
elites.
rule.
Heavy armored troops.
Yeah, how do you replenish your troops in this game?
So standing in your zone gives casualty replenishment.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you like lose units passively to like attrition or anything?
So yes, certain biomes can cause you attrition. For example, like if you're like lizardmen who used the jungle, going to the desert might give you attrition, or the snow might give you attrition, right?
Okay.
For the most part, you're fine in all areas. But a lot of times corruption, like vampire corruption, will give you attrition. High demon corruption can give you attrition. But that can be countered by using the raiding stance. But it makes you move slower, of course. And yeah, just so this goes on from there. And then you probably can't see it very well, but when you hover over our units, you can see the green bar is how much health they have. And then there's the 68 right up in there, right above that name. That's how many units there are in that for this one stack of them. And so that number will also go away. So between 68 units, there's 5,576 health, I believe. I might be a little bit wrong there, but that's basically how that works.
And is that like an actual health, or is that their leadership?
That is their health.
Okay.
That is how much health they have. The leadership, when we're on the campaign map, is their flag. So the more tattered their flag gets, if the flag starts like flashing, going more gray, that's like the leadership wavering, breaking, that kind of thing.
Okay. I got it.
Yep. So let's go ahead. Oh, we could keep encircling them, which would cause them to take attrition from siege. And before you had took so many turns before attrition would activate for sieging. Now attrition just happens right away, and so it's much nicer. So you can siege things down faster when actually like siege it down. But if we wait, of course, this guy might pop up with reinforcements. So it's probably best to just fight this battle and go for it.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not gonna fight every battle, but I just need the warm up practice. It's been a little bit since I played some Total War.
Yes, it seems to get a little hectic sometimes.
Yeah.
So many units.
Yeah, and this isn't even a full 20 stack. And then you can get reinforcements on that come in. It can get pretty big. I once had, with my Skaven in Warhammer 2, I think I once had 12,000 units on the battlefield that were mine. 1,200. Sorry, not 12,000. 1,200. No, that's not right. I had 3 full armies, which each of them having tons of like 160 plus units. It was big. It was something stupid. Huge. I think it was probably like... It was 12 something. I forgot how many zeros it was, but either way. No, I've definitely once had like an 8,000 casualty battle.
Jeez.
which meant there was 8,000 dead bodies laying on the floor in my game. Also, there's
Oh, yeah.
music right now.
Was there not before? I didn't know this.
Hmm?
Was there not music in the previous battle?
No, there's music before, but I'm just commenting that this music's oof, it's good.
Okay.
Oh, look at
Yeah,
this place. Look at this place. It has like nice like monastery, and like this is the main place up here, so we can attack
Yeah,
them
that's
from either
really cool.
side. All right. Last time splitting up the troops did not work well for me, so let's just push in at one
Yeah.
big blob.
It's a better idea.
Yeah. Come on, there we go. One cool thing too, how you place the units down here in the little bar is how they will be placed out when you select them. So like how I like staggered them, so there's spear, axe, spear, axe, spear, axe, right? If I just click through them to do that, and now I'll pull them out. Gosh, that's annoying. Like that, boom. Now they are placed in set order,
Wow. Neat.
which is kind of nice.
Yeah. The little guy down the bottom left corner. He just looks way too into it right now. Not even doing anything, but he's excited.
Oh yeah. Here, we'll place out the troops. We'll go like this. Take our archer group, put the ice guard in the flanks. And we'll go to there. Let's zoom in and take a look at these guys too. We'll put our them. Nope, them. Leopard, and then we'll take. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at these guys. We'll actually toggle camera mode. Ooh. Get a little close. So here's the Great Mace dudes with their these armored Cossars.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
Maces and their pistols. Pretty good.
I like their mustaches.
Yeah. Like I'm just learning that every Kislevite just has a strong mustache, except this one dude. Come on, man.
Yeah,
You had a shave today, of all days. You knew we were going to battle.
Put this guy in the front, heat eyes first.
All right. Noted. Marked for death. That one right there. All right.
Yeah. Brandon for sacrifice
Yep.
or something like that.
And let's check out the ice guard. They're pretty cool. I like their ice weapons. Look really nice.
Yeah, that's fancy.
Yeah.
I like their hats with like the veils.
Yeah.
Kinda neat.
They're like hunters or something. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
And they do good damage too. If you look at their pretty good. They have really
missile
cool like
strength?
ice effects. Yeah, their missile strength for their arm is 28, and 8.6 damage. That's not bad. But their weapon strength is pretty good too. Their melee weapon with 22 base weapon. That's pretty nice.
Oh yeah.
Basic Cossars, the spears.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a bunch of it's just a bunch of Russians that we just picked off the streets and gave a bow and a spear.
Yeah.
But they clearly do their Slavic squats. Look at that dude's bicep. Look at that.
Oh my goodness.
It's huge. They all have to, like wrestle bears just to roll over on the other side of the bed.
I think that's a Slavic rite of passage.
Oh yeah. All right, let's check out the ice leopard. Ooh, I mean, they're pretty, but
Yeah.
just like any other kitty, I think they're a little too dainty to be in battle. Cause like they're okay, right? Like they are armor piercing, which is nice. 151 damage of their attack out of 218 is armor piercing, and they get an extra bonus 20 against large, which means anything like horsemen and beyond. And they do have a decent charge bonus, but they do have I guess they do have a base physical resistance of 20% though, but that's pretty standard. Oh, they do cause fear. There we go. Fear does more damage to leadership, pretty much.
That's quite nice.
But they have like no melee, no armor, and they have okay melee defense. But so they they seem to be kind of, you know, you kind of send it after to pick off the enemy lord as it's fleeing type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
Check out the winged lancers. Look at. Oh, nope. Wrong button. Bleh. Bleh. There we go. Look at those boys.
Dang,
Dude, I've always loved like the classic hussar with all that. Like I like their armor. Nice little bits.
Oh, they only have one wing?
Yeah, they only have one wing.
Sephiroth Hussars?
The one-winged said, "I can be your one-winged angel." No. No, the Griffin Knights get 2. I have 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
All right, let's check out the Ice Maiden.
Frost Maiden.
You know, just look cool. It's a cool fantasy ice sword, I guess. I do love the fur and like the details and decal on it. Like it does look really nice.
Her hat's not tall enough.
Oh, you need a taller hat?
I mean, look at all the dudes behind her. They're like the basic Slav boy, and they got much taller hats.
You're not wrong.
She's like the leader. She needs to have an even taller one.
Yep. Got their axes on their side. They look so cool. All right. Yep, let's start.
Yes! The great orthodoxy protects you. I protect you. Take not one step backwards.
I love how like now when you start battles, like your leader will give like inspirational quotes.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Kossars, armored Kossars. Dervishites. I think that those are just lights. Cavalry. Yeah, some light cavalry. We can focus fire on these, on this tower and shoot it down pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Take our melee line troops. Move them forward up. Just so I can kind of aim a little better. Let's see. Can I see how much health it has? Eh. We're doing okay damage to it. Oh, because they're not really shooting at it, I guess. A lot of them are shooting at.
Can you get any siege equipment? Can take down towers?
Yes, but only when there's like an actual gatehouse to take. If that makes sense.
Okay. You can't just have like a unit of catapults with you or anything?
No. You can get siege equipment for sure. But these battle platform gives them extra range. I'm gonna push them up that side. Yep. Oh wow, we shot that down pretty quickly. All right,
Yeah.
let's get them pushing on these guys. Get some Kossars on them. Move that up. Move her up. Get her. All your leaders give up a leadership buff. That's what this big old blue circle is. They just help increase the leadership. So it gets Katarin in. Start breaking them down. Yeah, see, like, their leadership just broke, but would've, but then that, like, little flash happened, and that was their unbreakableness clicking.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and give them the... Oh. They go ahead and charge me from the flanks. Can I? All right. March in. There's the capture point on this thing. It's back there. All right. Yeah. See, they're making us. It's cool because now they're actually like tactically retreating and stuff. They're actually being smart about it. Let's get him in. Where's my Ice Queen?
Follow the frost.
Finish him off. Come on over. We'll map out a nice little charge into. Oh no, charge like that.
Making it so.
Frost made it.
Go ahead and do a upgraded one right on that wall. Here it comes. Not bad for how many troops there was.
Yeah.
It's still going too, actually. Oh, it's still going. You know what? Overcast, that's not really that bad, actually. I did pretty good. Broke them.
Did it leave those ice shards before?
Yeah, it left that ice effect before.
Okay.
I love all just the dead people. Alright. Keep marching up. Keep marching. Get Katarin up there. You guys are all got the range on him, so you're just gonna shoot at it. Poke at it from a distance. Yep. They charged in. Alright. Let's pull them back. Pull them back, pull them back. You gotta kinda keep mashing the button to get them to come back. Get these guys marching up. Come on, come on. Work your way through. Work your way through. I know they're big, heavy, armored boys, but we're gonna charge them through. All right. Charge them. Come on. Whatever. Whatever. All right.
Katarin. For the people. Taking point. The people's ruler.
Comrades of the bear.
All right. Breaking them down. You don't have to worry about any more people up on our flank. Although the tower came back, annoyingly.
Gold rises.
Get up here. There we go. Look at that. Being flanked, being attacked by all the armored Kossars with great weapons. Perfect. There's my snowbird. Go. There we go.
For the motherland.
All right. Yep. That's how you win battles, man. Just march in slowly, shooting arrows all the way.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Look at that idiot over there with his hat. Thinks his hats are cooler than ours.
Nope.
What a fool.
What a fool. You know, didn't do too bad. We only lost 111 in a siege. I think that's, in like medieval standards, that's pretty good for only losing 111 people for attacking a garrison.
Yeah.
With towers and walls and choke points.
See, it says close victory, but they didn't really seem that close.
Yeah, not really. Yeah. I'll go ahead and... So when you capture, you can actually do different things. So you can occupy, you can loot and occupy, you can sack, and you can raise it. So like occupying, of course, is take it over. Looting and occupying will like destroy it. Like if there's any like buildings in it, so you'll kind of destroy the buildings and like put it down to like basic form, and it hurts the public order and more makes the province more unstable. But you get more money out of it, or you can just sack it, which will leave the city standing, but you just take a bunch of money and you can run off with it. Raising it will get you less money, but you burn the city to the ground, so it just becomes ruins.
Okay.
Yeah, but so we're just gonna occupy because we want to control this, so we're just gonna occupy it. And it's not like, and we already got money from the actual battle itself. All right, let's level them up. Level up. Let's see skills, and let's get Death Frost. That'll be useful. Because that would have been really useful. Death Frost is you select it on person, on a unit, and then it just does damage over time to them. But this one in particular is strong versus one person rather than being strong versus multiple.
Okay, so good against like enemy leaders.
Yes, that kind of thing. It does good.
Okay.
Yeah. In Warhammer 2, there was a spell called Spirit Leech, which is basically it's a good version of that. It's an ice version of that, should be saying. And this one, she actually has lore of Tempest, which is the 2 Kislev lore. So there's the ice lore and there's the Tempest lore. There's different ones. Biting Wind is another wind spell. So rather than being like teardrop shape that spans out, it's just like a straight line that goes down.
Okay.
I can get this one, which will give accuracy and range to archers. I can get this one, which will give people charge bonus and speed. Charge bonus is when you, on that initial attack, how much extra damage they do.
All right.
I'm not super good at using spells for buffing. I'm much better at like just using spells for bombardment. So I tend to just kind of go for the damage spells. I know,
right.
So great. Let's get a Biting Wind. Having a wind spell would be pretty nice though, because it does really good damage when you just kind of like you can get like a whole front line smashing against each other. You can just charge it down the entire front line, just do nice and good damage with it. Burning Head is a classic one. That's a giant fire head that kind of just goes down a line. It's really good.
So when a character casts a spell like that,
yeah,
like does it have to start where they're positioned? So like, do they have to run into a position first and then shoot the big Kamehameha beam?
So,
or can you just kind
no.
of do it?
So, I mean, certain spells do center on self, but no, most spells just have a range, and then from then on, it's like the starting point just needs to be from within your range. So, like if the wind spell, for example, blows like 100 extra, goes 100 meters, but the range is 100 meters. If I went to measure out the whole 100 meter, clicked and like dragged it out the other ends, it would go like 200 meters, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how that would work.
So then what about like rotating?
Rotating? So when I click on it, you can see me like if there's a click, I can like point this way, and it will just like, oh, it starts here, goes this way, so it goes blah that way.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can actually rotate them pretty well. Some you just click right on the units, and you'll target that unit and go for it. That's how it works. And over here we have ogres. Oh, and a caravan. So this is a trade caravan that's working its way to give people money. And this is a camp by the ogres, and if we actually go to them, we can actually recruit ogres from them as mercenaries.
Will the ogres like attack the caravan at all?
Probably. They'll probably attack that caravan. But if we go up to them and they're not hostile to us, and we interact with the camp, we can then recruit things from them. The caravan comes from that's a mechanic with Cathay. They send caravans from Asia along the Silk Trade Road, right through the mountains.
So only that faction can do it.
Mm-hmm. We're just
It's
recipients
not like
of
there's constant. Okay.
Yep. Another mechanic we need to worry about is if our devotion gets too low, chaos forces might just pop up. So we have to make sure our devotion stays high. You can see right here, devotion is still low. There's a medium chance of a chaos inversion appearing in your land soon. So we just need to keep our devotion going.
Is that the number 63 there?
Yep. And this is our money, and then the green number is how much money we're getting per turn.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And with that, actually, we should probably call that first episode right there. So,
Yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead and say thank you for watching. For anybody who does watch, please leave a comment. Let us know what we think. Anything we can do to make things better, just kind of let us know. I'm open to feedback. Please tell me what we can do better.
We don't know what we're doing.
No, we're just two brothers who like playing video games and like bantering, and we figured why not let's record it. Let's do it. So please just let us know. Tell us what we want to do. If you want to see more of the stuff, want to see some other games, just let us know.
Tell me I'm dumb, but me specifically.
Yeah, so tell Nathan that he's dumb.
Yeah.
And tell me that I am handsome and awesome and have a wonderful sounding voice. All right. Thank you.